Okay, this will be AutoCAD number 4. We're going to start by hitting Start Drawing. Once it opens up, we'll have our blank slate, and we're going to start by just going through the typical commands. I'm going to go ahead and X out my layer properties, and I will start by typing limits and specifying 0, 0 is okay. Let's go to, say, 40, 40. So I'll just have a blank slate to start my work. I'm going to kind of want to go in the middle here, and I'll start by rec for rectangle, and I will draw a rectangle of decent proportions where you can get two names kind of on top of each other. Right there seems okay. We're going to hit L for line, and that'll bring this up. It's important to note that I do have ortho and OnSnap connected. So I have my midpoints, and I can go ahead and divide that into two. I can now, still using L for line, find the midpoint, go down. I'm going to go ahead and want to turn on the ortho mode, so I'm stuck at 90 degrees. For this assignment, really, there's no angled line, so this is mainly going to stay on for the rest of the project. I'll go down, say, 2, and then I'll go left, say, 10. These are really up to you. 10 seems a little low. Let's try 17. Or you know what? We've got it's something divided into 3, so let's do 30 and then make the lines 15. Enter escapes my line, but enter again brings it back. So I can go over this way, 15, enter. I'm going to go down, let's say 1.5. Enter, enter again, down 1.5. Now created my two outmost lines. Going off this side, I'm supposed to go 3, so I can go ahead and hit L for line, enter. I'm going to go this way, 2.5. And when I find my endpoint, there it is. Oh wait, I messed up. Go ahead and undo that with Control Z. I'm going to go this way, 10. Well, actually 5. And what 5 will give me is, oh, why is it doing that? Go for line, go from the midpoint this way. I will go 5 units. There's my endpoint, and I'll go down 1.5. Okay, I'm going to do this again on the other side. Go to the right, 5 units. And find my endpoint, go down 1.5. So now you can see I've effectively divided my group into 3 sections of equal 10 unit width. I'm going to go ahead and select this and hit delete, and this one as well. There we go. So now we have the start of our graph here, organization chart. I'm going to hit escape, exits all commands, and I'll go ahead and select this. I'm going to go ahead and hit Control C and then Control V. What it will do is it'll grab the piece, and I'll go ahead and line it up. I'm going to hit this right over here. This will allow me to move the object based on whatever point I grab it at. So I'll grab it from the midpoint and move it up. And this one as well. I'll do the same thing to the midpoint. So now I have the beginning of my organization chart down to the second tier. Next, we're going to go down from there. So really, let's just focus on one side for now. L for line. Find the center. We'll go down 1 unit. And then we'll go to the left, say, oh, maybe 2 units. And to the other side, 2 units. And I'm just distinguishing the units just by entering the values into the chart. It does seem a little shallow, so we could probably back up again. And we're going to go 2.5 and enter 2.5. Yeah, that's a little bit better. We're going to go down, let's say 1 again, enter, down 1. And we've got our next bracket. Okay. For this one, since it's going to be a different size rectangle, we'll go ahead and hit REC for rectangle, let you come up and we hit enter. We're going to go ahead and do this. create a little rectangle, something we can still write in, but it's small enough to fit in this space. I'm going to do it again. Oh. Here's an easy way to do it. We'll go ahead and hit escape, grab this, Control C, Control V, and then we'll hit move. You can really draw this rectangle a bunch of different ways, but this is just one way to do it, just to get it centered. Should allow me to move it now. Yeah, okay, that didn't work. We'll try this again a different way. Rectangle as our tool, create a small rectangle, and let's do L for line. Okay, create our line, and then escape, select it, we'll hit M for move, and we'll move it. Do that again. Notice I grabbed it at the midpoint this time, that way I can place it in place. Okay, escape one more time, we're going to select again, this way, this, and then we'll go Control C, Control V, we'll select it again, and we'll add it. So now we've got our second tier done. We'll go ahead and do L again for line. We're going to draw from here to the midpoint, and what that will do is actually create a quarter point for us. We'll hit enter, enter again, and now we can work off the quarter point. We'll go down, about that far, and actually we're going to make that an actual value. So since we've got 4 boxes there, we'll go down, say 8 units. We'll go right 1, enter, enter, we'll find the midpoint 1, and see now that we've established a midpoint, we should also have quarter points. Nope. There we go. Quarter points 1, and then L for line again. We draw this line, and that establishes quarter point. Now one thing to note is now that we do have 1 solid line and then 2 small lines, we're going to want to go in and delete those. So escape removes commands. We can click this one, hit delete, this one, hit delete, this one, delete, and so forth. There, now all that's left is 1 big line. Escape. Oh, there we go. So now all that's left is we got to do these smaller boxes. So we can go ahead and do R for rectangle, or REC for rectangle. Draw a small rectangle. That big should do. We're going to go up to move, or first escape, we'll select it, and then the move button, find the midpoint, and we'll pull it in place. Select it, escape, then select it. Control X, V, nope, V, 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 V. We're just going to go through and move these all into place. So find the midpoint, connect it to the dot. Same goes for these ones. You could also hit M for move, and it'll bring up the command a little quicker. And there we go. So now we have 1 column, 1 branch of the tree completely done. We do have to repeat this for a bunch of them. However, kind of the main point of this project is kind of to learn that you don't want to do repetition versus just copy and paste. So now that we have this, I'll show you how we can just select this, do Control C, Control V, Oops, what's going on? Okay, Control V. Nope. Okay, we'll try that again. Control C, Control V, and now we have this, and we can go ahead and place that in place. For now, we're going to leave it like this. I'm going to go in here. Remember, I did this as a quarter point, so I'll go back in, L for line, enter, go to the midpoint, then back to the quarter point. Now that we have a quarter point, we can go ahead and move this into place. Grab it and attach it to the quarter point right there. You can go ahead and delete those extra lines that we don't need. Right here, and should be it. This one as well. Oops. It's not backing up. There we go. There we go. So now we have two branches, all with just a few copy and paste and moves. However, now you'll see that we've got this whole branch, and we can copy and paste that to the other ones. So what we'll be able to do is go ahead and hit escape, select everything, just left click and select everything up until this point. And now we're going to go ahead and do Command C, Command V, line it up as close as we can, but remember we're going to have to go in and readjust them to line up perfectly. Just like that, we've basically filled out our chart with just the few exceptions of having to modify the final branches by a few boxes and names. We still do have to fix these, so I'll go ahead and hit escape, select what I need, go M for move, enter, and it should allow me to grab the midpoint. No, why is that opening? Okay, I have it selected. I'll just hit the move button and move it right into place. We'll do that with all of these. Okay, hit move, and all of these. Okay, so now they're all in place, but there are some variations to these bottom boxes that we have to fix. So I'll hit escape, we're out of the commands, and so we'll just review each one. The first column we need 4 boxes, so that's good. The second column we only need 3, so I'll go ahead and delete this one, and because this is one solid line, what I'll do is click this, I'll hit shift for this line, or we can just go ahead and highlight both, go up to trim, and then just erase what's left. Enter, and you've now trimmed the column. For the next one, 4 is okay, but the next one after that, we actually have to go down to 5. So the distance between this, if you remember, we dropped it down we dropped this down 8 units, and then we divided it up into 4. So each unit is going to be 2, so I'll hit L for line. I'll go ahead and hit this and go down 2 units. Go across 1, and now we're ready to add another box. So I'll go ahead and escape, select this box, Control C, Control V, and then we'll go through our move actions one more time. Grab the midpoint, lock it in place. Okay. And for the next one after that, 4 is okay. For the next one after that, we actually need 5. So instead of actually going through that little process one more time, I'm just going to hit escape, select this, excluding this. Nope, escape. Here we go. Delete them. Select these. One more time. All of these. Control C, Control C. Nope, Control C, and then we'll go and place that. Select it. Grab the move tool. Put it in place. Now I've got 2 lines there that I'm going to want to clean up, so I'll hit escape, grab one of them, delete it, and now I've got 5 there. The next one after that is going to have 3, so we'll go back and do the initial step that we had done. No, this way. And we'll select this one and that one. We'll go up to trim, trim off that last part. Enter. We're down to 3. And for this last one, we've got more than any with 6. So it's probably quicker just to draw it in. I'll hit L for line. Go here. Down 4. Cross 1. Go back up to midpoint. Enter and enter. 1. Escape. For this, however, instead of drawing 2 boxes, I'm actually going to go ahead and hit escape, select both boxes, do Control C and Control V, and what that'll do is give me 2 evenly spaced boxes that I can now move into place together. And I now have 6 there. So now the only thing left is going to be adding words. For that, you're going to hit text, and you're going to draw where your words are going to be. So this is going to be CEO. Oh, here we go, right there. Come on, select. Enter. Here we go. And then CEO. Enter. When we click off, it'll give us the actual size of the text. Seeing as though that's much too small, we'll go and click it. In here, if you double tap, I believe, it'll bring up the text formatting. For that, you can actually go in, add a bunch of different sizes. That looks way too small, so what we'll do is we'll maybe call it 1. That's a little too big. Oops. Let's try 0.75. That looks a little bit better. So we'll go ahead and add that. One last thing, actually, I can go ahead and make this center justified as well. And now we've got a nice text heading. You can add your text box in here. Okay, this one is going to be Tim Sykes. Of course, it's all make-believe, so you can put your own name there. Click off, the text is too small, so we'll go ahead and highlight it, make it bigger. How about we call it 0.6? That looks good. Then again, we can make it center justified as well. Enter. There we go. So you're going to actually go through all the boxes, edit with a text bubble, and go through. That's the most tedious part. If you want, something you can do is create a bunch of text boxes, highlight while you copy and paste. That way they'll already have text boxes, but it's really not quicker than just going through, creating a text box and typing in what you have to do. I'm going to end the video here just because for the rest it's really redundant. You just add the names of your classmates. Here would be VP Manufacturing. Here would be VP Marketing, VP Sales, and VP R&D. Underneath you would give classmates' names. Under that, then you still have title blocks, East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, and likewise. And then, again, underneath those would be names. So names are on the bottom half. For these ones, these are team members. They don't have a title, so they just get their names. And you just put in all the classmates' names for all of these, and that's how you would complete this project.